All right, let's talk about building a startup. It often feels like you're navigating through a thick fog, right? Well, today we're diving into a framework called Lean Analytics, and I want you to think of it as a powerful GPS that's designed to guide you right through that fog and help you build something people will actually use and love.
So let's start with the big, scary question, the one that keeps every founder up at night. We all know the stats, the odds are definitely not in our favor. But why? What's the real reason so many promising ideas just don't make it?
Well, the first killer mistake is actually painfully simple. They build something that nobody wants. Founders, we fall in love with our brilliant solution, our elegant code, our grand vision, and we totally forget to check if we're solving a real burning problem for anyone. You end up with this beautiful key for a lock that doesn't even exist.
But that's not the whole story. There's a second, sneakier reason startups fail. Even if they have a great idea, they get completely lost because they're looking at the wrong map. They're tracking numbers that make them feel good, but don't actually help them make smart decisions. And that's a really dangerous place to be.
See, every founder has to live in what some people call a reality distortion field. You have to. You have to believe in your vision when no one else does. But that same passion, that same fire, can also blind you to the cold, hard truths your data is trying to tell you, especially if you're looking at the wrong numbers.
And this is where we meet the main villain of our story, vanity metrics. Oh, these things are so tempting. They're the numbers that look amazing on a slide deck, like total downloads or total signups. They always go up and to the right, making you feel like a genius, but they hide the truth. I mean, think about it. 10,000 signups means absolutely nothing if 9,999 of those people never come back. These metrics give you zero real insight.
And the contrast here is it's night and day. A vanity metric like total downloads is just a number. It's passive. But an actionable metric, like the percentage of your weekly active users who complete a core action in your app, now that tells you a story. It tells you if your product is actually valuable. It's a number that helps you decide what to do next week.
Okay, so if vanity metrics are like driving at night with your headlights off, what's the alternative? How do you turn the lights on? Well, this is exactly where the Lean Analytics framework comes in. This is your GPS.
The whole point of this system is to give you clarity, to give you direction. It's designed to cut through that dense fog of, I assume customers want this, or I think this feature will work. Instead of just guessing, you're using real data to figure out where you are and plot the smartest path forward.
And just like the GPS in your car, this framework needs two key pieces of information to pinpoint your exact location. Think of them as the two coordinates you need to navigate the entire startup journey.
So, what are they? Well, the first coordinate is your business model. This is basically the kind of vehicle you're driving. Are you a subscription SaaS business? An e-commerce store? A mobile app? And the second coordinate is your stage. This is your current location on the map. Are you just starting out, trying to find a problem? Or are you later on, trying to go viral? Knowing these two things changes everything.
So once your GPS knows what you're driving and where you are, it does something magical. It doesn't just show you a map with 1,000 different roads you could take. No, it gives you one single clear instruction. Turn left here. This is the powerful core idea of Lean Analytics, finding the one metric that matters. The authors of the book Lean Analytics, Alistair, Croll, and Yoskovitz, just put it perfectly. You're in a startup, it's chaotic, there's data flying everywhere. Your superpower in that environment is focus. You have to find the single metric that answers your most critical question right now. But why is this so powerful? Well, for starters, it forces you to confront the single biggest risk your business is facing. It also gives your entire team a crystal clear goal to rally around. Everyone knows what winning looks like, and it creates a culture where you're constantly running experiments to move that one number. Most importantly, it saves you from drowning in data. Now here's the really cool part. This one metric that matters isn't static. You don't just pick one and stick with it forever. Oh no, it evolves as your company evolves. The Lean Analytics framework maps this out across 5 distinct stages of growth, each with its own unique goal and its own key metric. So that journey unfolds across these 5 stages: empathy, stickiness, virality, revenue, and scale. And here's the crucial rule. You can't skip stages. You have to really solve the core problem of each stage before you've earned the right to move on to the next. So let's walk through them. Stage 1 is empathy. At this point, forget about building anything. Your only job is to get out of your office and talk to actual human beings. The metric you're tracking here might not even be a number. It could be something qualitative, like how many people you interview lean forward and say, wow, if you built that, I'd pay for it tomorrow.
Okay, so you found a real problem? Great. Now you build a bare-bones solution and you enter stage 2, stickiness. Before you even think about growing, you have to answer one question. Are people coming back? Is your product a nice-to-have or a must-have? Your one metric here might be the percent of new users who come back 3 times in their first week. That's a signal you've built something valuable.
Once people are sticking around, once you've proven you've built something people love, now you've earned the right to focus on stage 3, virality. The question becomes, is your product so good that people can't help but tell their friends about it? Here, you might obsessively track your viral coefficient. For every user you get, how many new users do they bring with them?
Now things are getting exciting. You have a sticky product and it's spreading. You can now shift your focus to stage 4, revenue. It's time to figure out how to make money. How do you turn this amazing thing you've built into a real, sustainable business? You're trying to build what they call a penny machine, where you can put a penny of marketing in one side and get more than a penny of profit out the other.
And finally, after all that hard work, you reach stage 5, scale. You have a product people love, it spreads, and it makes money. Your business model works. Now, the game completely changes. It's no longer about proving you can do it, it's about growing efficiently, entering new markets, and really dominating your space.
But before we wrap this up, there is one last super important point to make. This entire framework isn't about letting a spreadsheet make all your decisions for you. It's about being data-informed, not just data-driven, and there's a huge difference.
And this is such a critical distinction. A purely data-driven approach means the data is the boss. It tells you what to do. But that can get you trapped. A data-informed approach is different. It means the data is your most trusted advisor. It guides your intuition, it challenges your assumptions, but it doesn't replace your vision.
Let's go back to our GPS analogy one last time. The GPS can give you the absolute best route based on traffic and road closures. But you are the one who decided where you wanted to go in the first place. Analytics is a powerful, indispensable tool, but it's there to serve the founder's vision, not the other way around.
So that brings us to the final question, the one I want you to take away from all this. Right now, in your business, your project, your idea, where are you on that map? Be brutally honest with yourself. What is the single most important question you need to answer next? And what is the one metric that will tell you if you're on the right track? That's your North Star. Go find it.